फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन कभी भी लोगों की फर्स्ट चॉइस नहीं होती।
देखो ब्रांच तो 19 है, वॉट यू डू इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन यू नॉट द ब्रांच। इंडियन मेंटालिटी में ये आप फिट ही नहीं कर सकते ना कि एक डेड बॉडी का भी डॉक्टर होता है।
आपको क्या प्रोज लगते हैं और क्या कॉन्स लगते हैं इसके?
वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट कॉन्स इज यू हैव टू गो टू कोर्ट्स।
डॉक्टर्स को ऐसे सिचुएशन में जहाँ पे वायलेंस हो जाता है वहाँ कोई प्रोटेक्शन मिलती है कि नहीं मिलती है? टू अ न्यू JR1 जॉइनिंग द फोरेंसिक डिपार्टमेंट, कैसे उसको अपने 3 साल गुजारने चाहिए आपके हिसाब से?
डेवलप दैट एनालिटिकल स्किल इफ यू डोंट हैव।
इतने क्रिमिनल केसेस में इन्वॉल्व रहते हो, कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि आपको किसी ने थ्रेट दी हो? जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या क्या होती हैं? डज द गवर्नमेंट प्रोवाइड यू विद इनफ अथॉरिटी और डू यू फेस अ लॉट ऑफ ऑब्स्टिकल्स व्हाइल डूइंग द इन्वेस्टिगेशन?
थ्रेट तो सबसे बड़ा हम लोग खुद ही है क्योंकि वी आर सराउंडेड बाय पुलिस एंड मैजिस्ट्रेट।
What is the salary of a forensic medicine specialist immediately after SRship, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line? We are building India's largest community of medicos, and thank you so much to each one of you for making it a possibility. Guys, we are going to discuss a very interesting topic. I think the topic that we have all seen growing on national television with CID. We had that doctor in that white lab coat doing lots of experiments and Daya barging in and saying, Doctor Saab, jo bhi hai, jaldi karo. Forensic medicine has always been one of my most interesting subjects. It has lots of mysteries, lots of psychiatry, and a lot of criminal cases. A subject which you will not find much information anywhere else, but I have got an amazing guest to discuss everything about it today. With the potential of that branch, the future, what 10-year holds for this particular branch. Are criminal cases as interesting as we see on national television? And a forensic medicine expert really have to go to court trials? To answer all these questions, let's welcome the amazing Dr. Vishwajit Singh, an MD from UCMS, a forensic medicine expert for last 15 years now, a national educator for both FMG, NEET PG, INICT exam, a guy who has mentored hundreds of students, I would say thousands actually, and a perfect person to answer all our queries. So let's give a CID level welcome to Dr. Vishwajit Singh. Welcome, Dr. Vishwajit sir, to the Nachiket Bhatia show.
Thank you very much for this wonderful experience. And yes, it's my privilege to be with you.
Boss, forensic medicine as a branch, as a subject, is something which people normally, they don't talk about it. So there's not much information there. So I think we are with the very right person to know everything about this field. But before we get into that, I would like to know your journey. How did you get into the field of MBBS and how did you land up in forensic medicine?
It was my love for biology as a subject. I loved biology like anything. So that love made me to enter my MBBS curriculum. And once I entered the MBBS college, then I felt the importance of learning all the 19 subjects one by one, year wise. And now coming to the post graduation phase, once I cleared my all India exams and I was getting few other things also, but in my thought, there was a backend. In my backend, there was a thought process that why not take something which no one else is taking? Let us give it a try. And in my backend, my passion was to teach. So I was knowing that one day I will be teaching this subject to all the fellow medical students so as to create a value addition to the community at large. So with that thought process, I picked my branch. I joined UCMS, one of the best colleges for learning forensic medicine and toxicology. And what actually motivated me was like once you join this branch, it is actually going to help in uncovering the truth. You are aiding the investigations. You are supporting the victims in a way which is going to create like a public safety for justice system. You are doing something good. Again, value addition to the society. That was the thought process. So this all helped me in picking my branch. And yes, with extensive knowledge and lots of practical skills, this is where I am right now. With the help of Almighty, with the help of my wife, Mrs. Amrita, and yes, my parents too.
तो बॉस, कभी आपको लगा नहीं जब आप ले रहे थे पीजी में फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन, मैं मतलब सच बात बताऊँ तो फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन कभी भी लोगों की फर्स्ट चॉइस नहीं होती,
Correct.
या आपको ही पता है सच
Correct.
है?
Correct.
तो जब उस टाइम आप ले रहे थे तब आपको अंदर से हेसिटेशन नहीं आई कि यार क्या ये ब्रांच जेन्युइन में कुछ काम कर पाएगी मेरे आगे जाकर?
Everything has their plus and minus points. There were few plus points like कि मैं सोसाइटी के लिए कुछ तो करूं, अपने लिए भी करूं. Like what is the motive of living a good life? You need financial stability. You need a strong, healthy personal and professional relation. सो इन सब चीज़ों को जब मैंने वेटेज दिया तो मैंने कहा कि 9 to 4 का जॉब है and I am doing something which is like very exciting for me. It might not be exciting for some other person, XYZ, but it was exciting for me. So I picked up with my single thought process that I will do good in this. देखो ब्रांच तो 19 है. What you do is dependent on you, not the branch. This is what actually.
तो क्या एक्साइट किया आपको फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन को देखकर?
पुलिस के साथ इन्वॉल्वमेंट, मैजिस्ट्रियल पीपल के साथ, मैजिस्ट्रेट्स के साथ इन्वॉल्वमेंट, सुबह से शाम आप उसी इन्वायरमेंट में हो, दैट क्रिएट्स अ वेरी गुड फील दैट यू आर डूइंग समथिंग गुड. अ पर्सन हु इज डेड, यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग जस्टिस टू द डेड. नो वन एल्स विल डू. व्हाई नॉट मी? दैट वाज द थॉट प्रोसेस.
तो आप एक जॉब भी कर रहे थे, एजुकेटर की तरफ आप कब बढ़े?
मैंने अपना पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन ट्रेनिंग लिया, लॉट्स ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल स्किल्स, बिकॉज यूसीएमएस इज इन ईस्ट दिल्ली, so there are lots of crime happen in the adjoining police stations. Like there are 5 to 6 police stations adjoined to UCMS Medical College. So all the dead bodies, they are transferred to mortuary for autopsy to be conducted. अब autopsy conduct करने के लिए we need to get training. So there are lots of cases based on the number of crimes happening in that region, northeast Delhi part. So उसकी तो कभी कमी नहीं हुई अपने को hands on training का. So UCMS, I will say, is one of the best premier institutes to get hands-on training with regards to practical skills. तो वो develop हुआ. उसके बाद फिर there was a point where I was at a junction that should I take a government job or should I keep that my passion of teaching as an educator. So at that time, I took a risk that I will not go into government college because I'll be teaching only 150 to 200 students. Why not teach all the students across India and that too even beyond India? So that was the thought process that I took that risk, and that risk actually has made me a good person, a better person, better version of myself.
आपको कब लगा कि आपके अंदर एक बात है कि आप एक एजुकेटर बन सकते हो?
ये बात तो I think it was the moment I cleared my MBBS. At that time, I gave some teaching lessons based on UG teaching for PMT, pre-medical terminals, pre-medical exams. So I was a teacher at that time too, during my MBBS curriculum. But that was for like my first year or second year, because after that you get involved in your own teaching. So this thought process was there since MBBS, but teaching forensic as a subject was from day one. The day I was picking my branch in the counseling, and that time physical counseling used to happen. So I was very clear that I will teach this subject and will make it very simple for all the students.
I have a complaint. 90% of you have still not subscribed to the channel. So before moving forward, please go ahead, press the subscribe button and click the bell icon. बहुत से बात करते हैं अब. आपको पता है अभी रिसेंटली नीट पीजी का रिजल्ट आया है. ऑलराइट, काउंसलिंग इज स्टिल अवेटेड. And so many students have lots of concerns regarding this particular branch. इसका फ्यूचर कैसा होगा, क्या क्या अंदर पोटेंशियल है, पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है. तो मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन बहुत सिंपल है आपसे. आपने करियर के लगभग 15 साल दिए हैं फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन को. आपको क्या प्रोज लगते हैं और क्या कॉन्स लगते हैं इसके अंदर?
देखो प्रॉस तो देर इज अ वर्ड विच वी रीड एवरीवेयर, वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस. वो बहुत अच्छा है इस ब्रांच में. 9 to 4 जॉब थ्रू आउट योर लाइफ. You are not going to move here and there. There are no emergencies because you are dealing with dead bodies. That is for sure. So work-life balance रहेगा आपका. दूसरा, you make real good contacts with police officials, with magistrates, with court officials, with lawyers, because you will be going to court proceedings too. So actually, a student who is picking this branch should know the benefits first. I will come to the disadvantages also, like the cons. So work-life balance, good contacts, plus you will be earning a respectable salary if you are in a government college or if you are in a private college based on your rank. Now, coming to the cons area, one of the biggest cons is you have to go to courts. Now, going to courts is a tiresome process. I don't take it as a tiresome process. I take it as a part of my job because, like, I have done more than conducted and supervised more than 12,000 autopsies, out of which 10,000, more than 10,000 autopsies will be criminal cases, for which I have to go to courts 10,000 times. That is very clear in my head. So, any aspirant who is going to pick this branch should be very clear that you have to go to courts and that is a part of your job. If you take it as a headache, तो फिर इस branch को pick नहीं करना है. Now, what government has done a very wonderful thing. Government has said that any witness, if he or she is not able to come to courts, now you can record your evidence from your house also. You will get a court link in your mobile device. Just open that court link. You will record your evidence from your house. Everything will be channelized through your email ID and everything has been like made virtual. So that is the best part. Like if you are in Punjab and you have done your PG from Rajasthan. Earlier the scenario was a student who has done his PG in forensic. He used to go to Rajasthan physically. It is very tiresome, isn't
Very
it?
tiresome.
At a verge of a point, like when you are married, when you have kids, it becomes very tiresome. Now government has looked after this in the new laws, which have been applicable since 1st July 2024. Now the summons will also be served electronically. There is no need of physical paper to be submitted to the witness. That is also a wonderful thing. Police का कितना time बचेगा? Police will devote their precious time to solve the cases, which they are to. They will not go on running to serve the summons. It will be served in a systematic way, in a documented way, through court proceedings in an electronic way. So basically, court is also utilizing the virtual things, which is a good thing. From witness point of view, like we doctors, now forensic doctors, we are expert witnesses in the courtrooms. So it's a good thing. So the one of the disadvantages is no more a disadvantage, I would say.
True.
So coming to, I don't think any other disadvantages. Sincerely, there is no other. This was one of the disadvantages, which has been catered by the government.
तो बॉस आपके हिसाब से व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पर्सनालिटी इज बेस्ट सूटेड, किस तरीके का माइंडसेट होना चाहिए स्टूडेंट का टू बी एक्चुअली फिट टू बिकम अ forensic medicine
Two
postgraduate?
words I will say. A person should have good analytical thought process and he should have good communication skills. Without these two things, you cannot survive in this department. If you don't have analytical approach, because you have to analyze the findings in a dead body is not going to tell you. While you are treating a living patient, the patient is telling you the complaints. And now you are sortifying the complaints of the patient and then you are diagnosing the case with the help of investigations. Doing autopsy, while doing autopsy, you are based on your learning. You are based on your analysis. So that approach should be there. This should be there. Along with that, you should have good communication skills. जैसे कि आपको बात करना आना चाहिए. You should have good communication with the police officials, magistrates, relatives. कैसे pacify करना है. There are situations ना when people become very violent. You should be able to handle the situation. So ये सारे skills होने चाहिए. Then you are apt for this department.
बट आपके हिसाब से क्या सरकार को डॉक्टर्स को ऐसे सिचुएशन में जहाँ पे वायलेंस हो जाता है वहाँ कोई प्रोटेक्शन मिलती है कि नहीं मिलती है बेसिकली?
From the government side also and from the judiciary side also. Recently our Honorable Supreme Court also said that the committee will be set up to look after the case scenario. But there is no timelines which have been set. Verdict a thing has been given by the judiciary, the topmost judiciary, the Honorable Supreme Court. But they are not looking after that what has actually been done on the ground. The ground scenario is there are 5 people who are like attendants of a patient. They come and they beat a doctor based on the viewpoint that the doctor is not looking after the patient. If they are made to live in that scenario which the doctor is living for next 6 hours, they will understand the pressure which the doctor was already having. And given the fact that doctors always take all the patients very seriously, take all the patients in general. So government should look after that how to maintain the safety of the doctor who is going to treat the patients. The doctor has devoted his 4.5 years in MBBS, 1 year in internship, 3 years in postgraduate training, and after that, how come a person comes and beats a doctor? This is not done. This is not done as an Indian citizen. Court should look after this, that why an Indian citizen is being beaten by some public person. If a person is being beaten, then take adequate measures so that this does not happen. If suppose, like for example, there are 5 people, they come to the court premises and they beat a lawyer, what will happen? You will take some step now. So take some steps for medicos also, for doctors too. It's like the rights of an Indian citizen. It's nothing like आपको करना है. It's like हमें मिलना चाहिए.
बस ऐसा क्यों है कि फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन बहुत बार बच्चों का लास्ट ऑप्शन ही होता है पिक करने के लिए?
लास्ट ऑप्शन इसलिए होता है ना, बिकॉज वी हैव ट्रेडिशनल माइंडसेट. एक ट्रेडिशनल माइंडसेट क्या है कि डॉक्टर कौन होता है? जो पेशेंट का इलाज करे, समवन हु इज ट्रीटिंग अ पर्सन. इंडियन मेंटालिटी क्या है? यही है. इंडियन मेंटालिटी में ये आप फिट ही नहीं कर सकते ना कि एक डेड बॉडी का भी डॉक्टर होता है. देर आर मेनी पीपल ऑल अक्रॉस इंडिया हु आर नॉट अवेयर कि अच्छा ऐसे भी डॉक्टर्स होते हैं.
True.
Like there are lawyers also. When I go to court proceedings to many UP courts ना, so there are lawyers who are not aware कि अच्छा आपने 10,000 autopsies कर ली. तो आपका लाइफ कैसा रहता है? मैंने बोला देख लो कैसा. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विथ माई लाइफ बिकॉज दिस लाइफ आई हैव चूजन माई सेल्फ. सो यू शुड बी हैप्पी अबाउट वॉट यू आर डूइंग. दूसरा कि लास्ट ऑप्शन क्यों होता है? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस माइंड सेट. एंड सेकेंड इज कि पीपल थिंक कि दूसरे ब्रांच ज्वाइन करूंगा ना तो वहाँ ज़्यादा खुश रहूँगा. देखो खुशी तो बहुत रिलेटिव टर्म है. वेदर यू आर हैप्पी डूइंग एनेस्थीसिया और रेडियो और डर्मा, दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन द पर्सनस कैपेबिलिटी. ब्रांच तो सारे अच्छे हैं, ऑल 19 ब्रांचेज आर गुड ब्रांचेस. आप उसमें कैसा करते हैं ये आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, नॉट ऑन द ब्रांच. हाँ, ब्रांच क्यों पिक करते हैं? बिकॉज दे थिंक कि मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट्स उधर ज़्यादा हैं. हाँ, नो डाउट ज़्यादा है, इसमें कम है. क्या आप उसमें कम में खुश रह सकते हो? दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर माइंड सेट. बट हाँ, ये बोलना कि नहीं फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन के डॉक्टर्स लास्ट ऑप्शन रखना चाहिए, आई विल नॉट गो विद दिस स्टेटमेंट. यू कैन कीप इट एज अ डिसेंट. देखो सारा गेम तो डिमांड सप्लाई का है. पीपल आर नॉट पिकिंग द ब्रांच, डिमांड इज हाई, एंड forensic doctors are one of the highly paid doctors across private medical colleges. That is a known fact. Like there are 15 pathologists and there are 2 forensic people. So obviously their weightage will be higher na with respect to their joining and their promotion and everything. तो सारा गेम तो वही है.
फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन के अंदर अगर मैं सुपर स्पेशलिटी या पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन फेलोशिप्स की बात करूं तो क्या क्या ऑप्शंस हैं?
देखो एक ऑप्शन एम्स रायपुर ने बहुत अच्छा शुरू किया था, DM इन मेडिकल टॉक्सिकोलॉजी. बट देयर आफ्टर इट वॉज नॉट फॉलोड बाई अदर एम्स. आई डोंट नो वाई. इट शुड बी मेड लाइक अ DM. It was a DM course and the post was advertised and one of the juniors is doing the job. He has taken the seat and he is doing DM medical toxicology. But it should be like followed by other AIIMS like institutions or the central AIIMS Delhi. Everywhere it should be started. If you need medical toxicologist, yes,
तो क्यों नहीं
people are
शुरू हो रहा
there.
आपके हिसाब से?
अब क्यों नहीं शुरू हो रहा? आई डोंट नो, बट इट शुड बी स्टार्टेड. दूसरा, one thing which has been started is virtopsy or virtual autopsy. So what is being done is like starting with AIIMS Delhi. It is started first of all in AIIMS Delhi. So there was a separate block created for virtual autopsy. Virtual autopsy is use of imaging techniques to conduct autopsy to know the cause of death basically. Time since death to we know with the help of postmortem changes. So cause of death ke liye, but it has a limited role like in natural deaths or where the relatives don't want to open the dead body. So there virtual autopsy is there. So this is like a future of the branch ki haan, going across 10 years, 15 years, what will be the future of this branch? Virtual autopsy units will be established in all the medical colleges gradually. And yes, who will be monitoring? Who will be like posted there? We forensic doctors only. Another area of job opportunities. So job opportunities तो कभी कम नहीं होने वाली, बढ़ेंगी समय के साथ.
तो आपके हिसाब से 10 साल बाद जब वर्चुअल ऑटोप्सीज हो रही होंगी, यानी AI का एक डेरिवेटिव आपके पास आ गया है.
AI का डेरिवेटिव नहीं है. वर्चुअल ऑटोप्सी इज लाइक यूज ऑफ CT और MRI टू नो द कॉज ऑफ डेथ. टाइम सिंस डेथ तो डॉक्टर्स ही बताएंगे ना.
बट आपका इससे काम कम नहीं हो जाएगा?
काम कम नहीं हो रहा है इससे हमारा, हाँ वर्कलोड कम हो रहा है, बट वो काम के लिए भी तो बंदा चाहिए ना, यू नीड अ पर्सन टू डू दैट।
तो हो सकता है कि पहले अगर आज 3 फोरेंसिक स्पेशलिस्ट मिलकर काम कर रहे हो, 10 साल बाद सिर्फ एक ही चाहिए होगा।
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है, 3 ही चाहिए होंगे। 2 मेडिको लीगल ऑटोप्सी कर रहे होंगे वेयर द डेड बॉडी विल बी ओपन्ड, एक बंदा वर्चुअल ऑटोप्सी कर रहा होगा। इनफैक्ट ज़्यादा लोग चाहिए होंगे, ज़्यादा हैंड्स चाहिए विद द राइजिंग नंबर ऑफ डेथ्स। जितने डेथ्स बढ़ेंगे तो आपको हैंड्स ऑन चाहिए ना, ज़्यादा हैंड्स चाहिए। सो इसमें तो कभी, और दूसरी बात कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस हमारे डिपार्टमेंट में नहीं आ सकता। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस राइगर मोर्टिस, एल्गर मोर्टिस, लिवर मोर्टिस को नहीं असेस कर सकते, नहीं कर
क्यों नहीं कर
सकते।
सकते?
राइगर मोर्टिस इज लाइक चेकिंग द कॉन्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ मसल्स इन अ डेड बॉडी।
हाँ।
सो वैसा मेथड्स तो पता नहीं फ्यूचर में इवॉल्व हो जाए, बट आई डोंट थिंक सो दैट अ रोबोट विल बी असेसिंग द राइगर मोर्टिस एंड लिवर मोर्टिस। इट्स लाइक सीन थ्रू द आईज। दिस इज वॉट वी आर ट्रेंड फॉर ना, फॉर 3 years। तो वही तो मैंने बोला कि पेशेंट का डायग्नोसिस कैन बी मेड बाई अ कंप्यूटर, बट पेशेंट आफ्टर द पेशेंट डाइज you cannot derive the cause of death with the help of a computer. There you need us. So forensic doctors will be needed always.
तो आपके हिसाब से अपार्ट फ्रॉम वर्चुअल ऑटोप्सीज, व्हाट आर द चेंजेस दैट यू सी इन द नेक्स्ट 10 इयर्स? इस ब्रांच में क्या पोटेंशियल है?
Other than virtual autopsy, medical toxicology, DM in medical toxicology, that is a very good thing which has started. And government can also look for giving fellowship training for like subjects like psychiatry. So, like a forensic medicine specialist can take a fellowship of psychiatry and can become a certified forensic psychiatrist. Like you previously asked us, like what are the other options? So, this is one of the options. You can become a certified forensic psychiatrist. You can become a jail psychiatrist. You can, every prison requires a psychiatrist. So, forensic psychiatrists can be posted in prisons also. Every state has got lots of prisons. So these are the other scopes where a student can fit in. So job opportunities will remain ample always, and with these things embedded, so things will evolve. But other than DM in medical toxicology, virtual autopsy, I think let's see what's going to come in the future. Even I cannot predict it.
बस अगर एक स्टूडेंट को आज असेस करना है कॉलेज कि ये जो कॉलेज है वेदर इट इज़ अ गुड कॉलेज, तो क्या क्या पैरामीटर्स उसको ध्यान रखने चाहिए?
तो सबसे पहले Tier 1 cities should be given preference. Tier 1 cities like metro cities. Metro cities में you can join any institute because the autopsy facilities na they are very good. You will get hands-on training. You will get lots of cases also. Then comes Tier 2 cities. Then comes Tier 3 cities. So based on the standard of living in the society, the facilities available in the mortuary room are there. So Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, like that. And government has stopped post graduation in my subject in private medical colleges because their autopsy units are not there, leaving aside a few institutes. So government colleges, they have their own mortuary setup, so there the post graduation is allowed, but not in private colleges except a few, except like Manipal and few others.
आपके हिसाब से इंडिया के कौन से, आप कहोगे अपार्ट फ्रॉम सेंट्रल इंस्टीट्यूट्स, टॉप 5 कॉलेजेस फॉर एमडी फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन?
First preference, without any biasing, will be UCMS. It's not that I am from there, that's why I'm saying it, because I know it, that it is very good. So UCMS and GTB Hospital Delhi, then AIMS Delhi, then you can join other colleges like MAMC Delhi. So 3 is done. Coming to St. John's is very good. Manipal is also very good. So these will be like premier settings, and other Tier 1 cities also like Mumbai and Chennai, they have also very good mortuary setup.
आपकी क्या राय रहेगी टू अ न्यू JR1 जॉइनिंग द फोरेंसिक डिपार्टमेंट? कैसे उसको अपने 3 साल गुजारने चाहिए आपके हिसाब से?
Develop that analytical skill if you don't have. वो आपको analyze करना पड़ेगा, develop करना पड़ेगा. So there comes the role of a teacher, your seniors. So learn that analytical approach from your seniors. Be always courteous towards your seniors. They will teach you and they will be the best teachers for you. So get that practical skill training very nicely, and after 3 years, you are done. You are sorted.
Apart from autopsies, what does a JR gets to learn during the whole 3 year curriculum?
GR also learns like medical legal examination of sexual assault victims, drunkenness examination. They are sent from as a referral cases from casualty. So you are doing medical legal examination of sexual assault victims, drunken people. Then you are going to attend your courtroom proceedings because you will be doing autopsy. So you will learn courtroom procedures, how to maintain patience there because the lawyers will be testing your patience. So you will be going through rigorous training. So those trainings, medical legal trainings in the form of examination training, medical training, be it legal training. So it will be automatically going on. It will be like a running thing. So during that process, you have to learn those things, that how to save yourself and how to give justice to the victim. So both the things should be like kept in balance.
एक गवर्नमेंट एक प्राइवेट कॉलेज की रेजिडेंसी ट्रेनिंग में कितना फर्क होता है आपके हिसाब से?
लीविंग असाइड अ फ्यू प्राइवेट मेडिकल कॉलेजेस बहुत फ़र्क होता है. जैसे कि गवर्नमेंट कॉलेजेस में ना यू आर लाइक टाइम बाउंड. It creates a discipline. Like we were destined to go to our department at 9 o'clock for punching. So we have to punch. That's a discipline. At 4 o'clock in the evening, we have again to punch. In private colleges also punching is there. But after 9 to 4, after doing the punching, what people are doing, like there are very few people to cater to, look after. But in government colleges, there will be people to look after you. Because proper setup is there, lots of cases will be coming to government hospitals. So you will get more and more trained. That was your purpose, na? For 3 years, I should get trained as a good doctor. I should become a specialist. So for 3 years, if you want to get trained, obviously, you have to go to a government college because number of cases coming to government hospitals is always more than private colleges. And coming to my department, like you cannot join a private college, na? Because post graduation is not available in private colleges in FMT subject. Because mortuary setup is not there across many private medical colleges.
तो बॉस मेरा बहुत एक सिंपल स्ट्रेट सवाल है, क्या फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन किसी प्राइवेट कॉलेज से करनी चाहिए?
देखो पहले तो प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस ओनली दोज कॉलेजेस आर अलाउड who have a mortuary setup. If you are not having a mortuary setup or if you are not attached to a mortuary, then you cannot do postgraduate training in FMT subject in private colleges. Now coming to your question कि अगर एक प्राइवेट कॉलेज में mortuary setup है तो क्या प्राइवेट मेडिकल कॉलेज से FMT सब्जेक्ट में PG करनी चाहिए? कर सकते हैं ना. Given the fact that you have made multiple attempts and you are not picking anything, you are not getting your dream branch, can you establish yourself? Very much. You can very well establish yourself. You can pick the branch and you can remain happy. 9 to 4 job, work life balance, the same salary which any other department will be getting based on government pay metrics. So everything is sorted for you. So don't be in a hustle and bustle that I will join only this branch, I will join only this branch. Every branch is good. मज़ा आप में होना चाहिए कि आपको उस ब्रांच में कैसे अच्छा करना है. ब्रांच तो सारे ही अच्छे हैं.
बॉस आपके मतलब आपके करियर का सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग केस आपने कौन सा देखा है?
So there is one very interesting case of a gunshot case, ballistic case basically. The case was, the inquest papers were brought by a SHO, concerned SHO of that police station. Ki sir, there is a homicide case and the person has been killed by his friend. So now, after doing autopsy, my autopsy findings were कि everything was going towards suicidal death. Everything was going towards suicidal manner. तो मैंने पुलिस से पूछा कि SHO से पूछा आर यू श्योर शॉट. तो उसने बोला कि हाँ सर, द प्राइम विटनेस, द कॉमन विटनेस, आई विटनेस इज द कांस्टेबल. ही हैज सीन कि उसके दोस्त ने उसको गाड़ी के अंदर किल कर दिया फायर आर्म वेपन से. मैंने बोला नहीं, but based on the entry and exit wound appearance, based on the autopsy findings, everything is going towards suicidal manner. It's not homicidal as you are saying. तो भी वो नहीं माना. तो बट वी डू आवर वर्क सिंसियरली. सो मैंने अपना फाइंडिंग्स लिख दिया कि एंड ब्रैकेट में मैंने ये भी लिख दिया कि सुसाइडल इन मैनर, द इंजरी अपीयर्स टू बी सुसाइडल इन मैनर. नाउ इन एवरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट, इन एवरी स्टेट आई थिंक, इन दिल्ली देयर इज अ DIU टीम, डिस्ट्रिक्ट इन्वेस्टिगेशन यूनिट. सो उनका काम होता है, वो बेसिकली बोलते हैं ना सीक्रेट पुलिस. तो उसके SHO मुझे खोज रहे थे UCMS में. तो मुझे भी खबर आई कि तुम्हें कुछ पुलिस वाले खोज रहे हैं, पता नहीं क्यों खोज रहे. तो मैं ना बहुत पॉजिटिव आदमी हूँ, तो मैं खुश हुआ कि कुछ अच्छा ही किया होगा हमने जीवन में. तभी तो पुलिस खोज रही। तो मैं गया अपने मॉर्चरी सेटिंग, पहले मैं कॉलेज में था, तो देन आई वेंट टू मॉर्चरी। तो वहाँ पे SHO अलॉन्ग विथ हिज टीम वाज वेटिंग एंड दे कॉन्ग्रेचुलेटेड मी एक्चुअली कि सर आपने बहुत अच्छी ऑटोप्सी रिपोर्ट बनाई है। दिस वाज अ केस वेयर SHO मेड अ फॉल्स केस एंड हिज विटनेस वाज कांस्टेबल। सो उन लोगों का पर्पस क्या था कि टू एक्सट्रैक्ट सम मनी और मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट्स ले लें, एक फॉल्स चार्ज लगा के टू अ यंग पर्सन। एंड उस केस के प्रोसेस में मुझे ये पता चला कि द क्राइम सीन रिकंस्ट्रक्शन, द बैलिस्टिक एक्सपर्ट ओपिनियन, एवरीथिंग मैटर्स अ लॉट। तो पूरा जब सारा कुछ हुआ तो रिजल्ट क्या है, एनालिसिस सुसाइडल इन मैनर। मेरी ऑटोप्सी रिपोर्ट क्या बोल रही थी, सुसाइडल इन मैनर। फाइनली द मैटर वेंट टू कोर्ट्स। सो आई वेंट एज अ एक्सपर्ट विटनेस इन दैट केस एंड आई सॉ द फेस ऑफ दैट फेलो when he was relieved of his charges. That happiness is like no one else can provide. That is your work that has provided you the happiness. You have saved the life of a young person who was being falsely charged with a homicide charge.
आपको पता कैसे चला कि वो मतलब होमिसाइडल नहीं है, सुसाइडल है?
कैसे पता चला मुझे कि ये सुसाइडल है, होमिसाइडल नहीं है? लाइक व्हेन आई एग्जामिन द एंट्री वोंड, the muzzle end of a firearm weapon is the end from where bullet or pellets comes out. Okay, it was a rifled firearm injury case. Rifled weapon का मतलब होता है pistol revolver, from where a bullet comes out. So that bullet is going to kill the person. But if you keep the muzzle end in very hard contact, you will develop a imprint of that muzzle end. So that thing happened with that fellow. He was fighting with his wife on WhatsApp. सो व्हाट्सएप पे वो फाइट कर रहा था, नहीं मैसेज हिज वाइफ दैट आई एम गोइंग टू किल मी। ये मुझे बाद में पता चला, ऑटोप्सी के समय नहीं, ये तो बाद में पता चला 1 महीने के बाद। तो ये उसने रखा ऐसे, तो मसल इम्प्रिंट आया, फिर उसने गन को थोड़ा दूर किया एंड देन क्लिक किया, ट्रिगर को पुल कर दिया। सो द इंजरी कैसा रहा, इंजरी स्टार शेप नहीं हुआ। क्यों? क्योंकि उसने फायर करते समय हाथ को दूर कर लिया, बट उसने मसल इम्प्रिंट बनाया, तो ये क्या जाता है, सुसाइडल। क्योंकि अगर आप किसी को मारते हो तो आप दूर से मारते हो, उसकी बाजू में जाके, पास में जाके नहीं मारोगे ना, आपको ओवर पावर करके वेपन लेके एंड उल्टा हो जाएगा। तो उसने ये किया, फिर ये किया एंड क्लिक किया एंड अपने को किल किया। अब ये मजल इम्प्रिंट होमिसाइड के केस में तो मिलना इज लाइक इम्पॉसिबल, इम्पॉसिबल बेस्ड ऑन आवर प्रैक्टिकल स्किल्स। तो ये इन सब फाइंडिंग्स की वजह से मैंने लिखा था कि हाँ सुसाइडल इन मैनर है, एंड इट वाज वेरी करेक्ट। तो उस केस के दौरान मुझे पता चला ना कि वॉट एवर वी राइट इन व्हाट्सएप कैन बी टेकन एज अ प्रिंटेड फॉर्मेट। तो वो सारा कुछ उसका फाइंडिंग्स था कि व्हाट्सएप का जो कॉल डिटेल्स आया था पूरा प्रिंटेड फॉर्मेट में, तो उसमें उसने अपनी वाइफ से लड़ाई कर रहा था एंड जस्ट बिफोर हिज डेथ ही टोल्ड हिज वाइफ आई एम गोइंग टू शूट माई सेल्फ। ही हैड अ पिस्टल विथ हिम from somewhere he might have taken, I don't know the whereabouts of that, but हाँ केस था सुसाइड एंड प्रेजेंट किया गया होमिसाइड एंड पुलिस ही विटनेस बन रही। सो ऑलवेज आई टेल माई स्टूडेंट्स ऑल्सो, नेवर बिलीव ऑन एनी person, believe on your findings because you are a medico legal expert. If you are joining this branch, always believe on your findings.
बस आप इतने क्रिमिनल केसेस में इन्वॉल्व रहते हो, कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि आपको किसी ने थ्रेट दी हो?
थ्रेट तो सबसे बड़ा हम लोग खुद ही है क्योंकि वी आर सराउंडेड बाय पुलिस एंड मैजिस्ट्रेट, तो हम लोग तो हमेशा सेफ रहते, हमेशा ही सेफ रहते ना, बिकॉज मॉर्चरी में आप ऐसे तो एंटर कर नहीं पाओगे ना, बाहर पूरा स्टाफ होता है, फिर पुलिस वहाँ पे आना जाना लगा रहता है, और वहाँ पर आकर कोई कैसे वायलेंस कर सकता है कि
True. चलो बॉस, I'll ask you the most important question of our podcast, which is what is the salary of a forensic medicine specialist immediately after SRship, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line?
I will tell you about Delhi state because I know the Delhi thing. So like in SRship you are somewhere close to like 1.5 1.6 per month. Then as you become nowadays you need only 1 year SRship to join as assistant professor in any medical college. So if you are joining assistant professor, you will be at around 2 lakhs per month. After doing 4 years of assistant professorship, you will get promoted for associate professor, and at the time of associate professor you get something around 2.5 to 3 roughly. It might be little bit more than 3, little bit less than 3. Now, after 3 years of associate professorship, now you become a professor because you have got 7 years of teaching experience as per NMC guidelines. And at the time of professorship, yes, it will be close to like around 4.5, something like that. So that
करियर
is the
ग्राफ,
salary
जैसे
structure.
करियर ग्राफ कैसा रहता है एक फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन स्पेशलिस्ट का आफ्टर लाइक आफ्टर ऐसा शिफ्ट?
ऐसा ही रहता है जैसा हर किसी डिपार्टमेंट में होता है. If I talk about a medical college, because see, it's a teaching job. You are teaching in a medical college, and you are also doing autopsies. You are doing medical legal autopsies. You are assisting in victims, like you are assisting the dead people who are the victims. So पे मैट्रिक्स 11 मान लो लगता है एक पर्टिकुलर लेवल पे, तो वो तो हर डिपार्टमेंट के लिए है ना. असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर को भी वही पे स्केल है, चाहे वो एनाटमी हो, चाहे फिजियोलॉजी हो, चाहे रेडियोलॉजी हो. अगर गवर्नमेंट सैलरी की बात करें तो वो सैलरी पे स्केल तो सबका सेम है. एंड गवर्नमेंट कॉलेजेस में तो नॉन प्रैक्टिसिंग अलाउंस मिलता है आपको, सो यू कैन नॉट प्रैक्टिस. सो गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज की बात करें तो पे स्ट्रक्चर सेम है, सेम पे स्ट्रक्चर हर रैंक पर. तो देयर इज नो डिस्क्रिपेंसी, उसमें तो कोई डिस्क्रिपेंसी है ही नहीं.
जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या क्या होती हैं आफ्टर ऐसा
Job opportunities based on the number of medical colleges which the government is like
अपार्ट
pushing
फ्रॉम
forward.
अपार्ट फ्रॉम अ टीचिंग जॉब क्या क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं?
You can open a medico legal consultancy of yourself by taking assistance from lawyers. You can get you can collaborate with some lawyer firms, and you can become a medico legal consultant, which you can do sidewise. Okay, that is allowed. Then after doing MD forensic, you can do diploma in psychiatry. That's a 2-year course, and you can become a certified forensic psychiatrist. Now you can practice either ways.
Wow.
Then you can become a psychiatrist to be appointed in the prison, and that is also a very good job. Very good job when you are assisting the inmates of the prison. उसके बाद आप MBA कर सकते. After doing PG, you can do MBA in health management, and you can become the superintendent, or you can become the dean of a college. You can become the superintendent of private hospitals like Max and Apollo, etc. Like they need a person now who is well trained into medical legal things, because every hospital, when the case comes, it comes to casualty. And if the person who is like superintendent of the hospital is a medical legal person having a experience of marketing in health management or hospital management, nothing can be better than this combo. So this is very good. If a person likes dynamic work, diversity in the work, so go with MBA in hospital management, and then you will see after 10 years down the line, you will be at a place where people will want to go.
When we talk about court proceedings and all,
Like in courtroom proceedings, na, we go as expert witnesses because we are liable for the findings which we have written in our autopsy report or any medical legal report. So during that time, our role is to justify our findings in the form of, like, there are various types of courtroom procedures which every student knows, medical student knows, like direct examination of the witness, cross examination of the witness. So all that happens with us. Like our examination in chief or direct examination will be done by the lawyer who has called me to the courtroom as an expert witness. Then the opposite lawyer. There are always two sides of a case, na, victim and accused. So now the opposite lawyer, the accused lawyer, will come and he will do my cross examination. He will try to take the findings in his favor. So वो सारा कुछ करना होता है. We have to do all those court proceedings in every summon which we receive. We go to the courts and we justify our autopsy findings.
now let's suppose I'll ask you a very simple question. Let's suppose that in that case that you were telling us about, suicidal and homicidal, let's suppose you would not have found that it was a suicidal case. You would have simply marked it as a homicidal case, and in the cross examination, they could have proved that it was a suicide. What happens then?
Like, see, if I make a mistake, like you are saying, na, if I make a mistake, first of all, giving this manner of death is not our work. I told you, na, I particularly wrote in that case suicidal in manner because I sensed something fishy is there. But ideally, our role is not there to give this manner. We can help the policeman if they ask us to do so. This is the routine scenario, routine protocol. Now, if a doctor has made a mistake, like you are saying, na, while assessing the, like, it is, first of all, this is not to be done. If at all you have done this mistake, it will be rectified by ballistic expert, by forensic science people who do crime scene reconstruction. And then later on, you can give some subsequent opinion based on the images. Like there will be images of the victims now in the images also you will see imprint abrasions.
But there is no legal countermeasure on this.
And there can be subsequent opinions taken on that autopsy report. Like I have also given many subsequent opinions on autopsy reports itself. You get some errors. Like this is like a human error which has been made by a doctor. So can it be solved, or can is there any resolution to it? Yes. Police officials, what they do, they take subsequent opinion over that autopsy report from a senior person, and it is rectified. So it's not that the justice will be debarred, but it will be rectified in due course of time.
So is there any, I mean, any scope of malpractice in this whole branch?
There is, I think, no role of malpractice. You should do your work sincerely with honesty, and by that means you will not have any pressure from any person in the world. Otherwise you will get that pressure. If your name is like you do this and that, this and that, now every other person will try to take benefit of that bad name which you have earned for yourself. So earn a good name, earn a honest name for yourself in this branch, because we are doing a, I think,
कि जो कर रहे एथिकली करो, अगर
बहुत ethical
unethically
work है,
करोगे तो there is a
because the
problem.
person is dead and you have to give justice to the person. You cannot cheat the person.
प्राइवेट सेक्टर और गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में व्हाट इज द ग्रोथ पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस?
प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंड गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में डिफरेंस तो है बेस्ड ऑन द लाइक गवर्नमेंट को फंड्स ज़्यादा मिलते हैं ऑब्वियसली. तो गवर्नमेंट मेडिकल कॉलेजेस आर वेल एस्टैब्लिश्ड, उनको फंड्स ज़्यादा मिलते हैं. प्राइवेट मेडिकल कॉलेजेस में स्टूडेंट पेज एंड दैट इज़ हाउ अ कॉलेज रन्स. सो वहाँ पर डिफरेंस आ जाता है. गवर्नमेंट इज़ लाइक गवर्नमेंट इज़ गिविंग द मनी, प्राइवेट इज़ लाइक स्टूडेंट इज़ गिविंग द मनी टू रन द कॉलेज बेसिकली इन अ वे.
Do these corporate companies, insurance companies, law firms also hire forensic experts?
They also hire, in a way they take opinion, like based on this autopsy report, what is the cause of death. But if you're in a government setup there the insurance person or the like people take death claims accidental death claims. So there comes our role. So we just give it in written that okay, the cause of death in the insurance form itself, and we put our seal and signature and the work is done. So it's not a separate job, it's a part of the job.
What about international jobs?
Interna-
ग्लोबल पोटेंशियल क्या है फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन का?
Global potential तो बहुत अच्छा है. Coming to this aspect I will say, if a person actually wants to go abroad India and in this field, give licensing exams of particular states,
UK,
countries
US
like
मान लेते
UK, US, PLAB दे दो, US Emily दे दो. उसके बाद वहाँ आपको एंट्री मिल गई. वहाँ पर जाकर उनका फेलोशिप्स होता है, फेलोशिप्स ऑफ पैथोलॉजिस्ट होता है. वो फेलोशिप आपको करना है. फिर उसके बाद एक ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम होता है, वो ट्रेनिंग करना है इन फोरेंसिक साइंस एंड क्राइम सीन एग्जामिनेशन, एंड देन यू बिकम अ सर्टिफाइड फोरेंसिक पैथोलॉजिस्ट देयर, एंड दे आर लाइक वन ऑफ द हाईली पेड डॉक्टर्स देयर.
And what about Gulf countries?
गल्फ कंट्रीज में भी स्कोप है. आप गल्फ कंट्रीज में भी अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, सेम लाइसेंसिंग एग्जाम्स वगैरह देके, एंड देन यू कैन ज्वाइन इन देयर. बट हर कंट्री का अपना एग्जाम पैटर्न अलग है. सो दैट यू हैव टू चेक on the internet, and it is widely available on the social media, plus it is widely available to everyone.
अगर हम इसकी आज प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस की बात करें फोरेंसिक मेडिसिन की, so is something like a toxicology lab possible in this branch?
Toxicology lab, there is a private toxicology lab, forensic lab in Udyog Vihar, Gurgaon area. So I went in the inauguration of that lab with my head of department. तो मुझे पता चला कि हाँ, प्राइवेट फोरेंसिक लैब्स आप बना सकते हैं. You have to take approval from the government authorities, and then you can open your private forensic labs. Not only toxicology labs, like DNA fingerprinting lab, whole setup you can create.
It must be a high capital investment.
Yeah, it's a high capital investment, but one-time investment.
कितना होगा आपके हिसाब से?
I exactly don't know the budget is.
2-3 करोड़ के ऊपर?
ज़्यादा ही होगा.
ज़्यादा ही होगा.
Because the machines are like, and you need manpower also, you need a running manpower to run the labs. Everything has to be like taken into account, तो amount तो ज़्यादा होगा.
तो अगर आप बात कर रहे थे कि कोई बंदा अपनी मेडिको लीगल कंसल्टेंसी भी खोल सकता है, तो हाउ डज दैट सेटअप वर्क?
Medical legal consultancy, like people will be coming to you as clients, and you will be providing medical legal consultancy in the form that suppose the autopsy report has been given to you, or any MLC report or any examination report. So you are the best person to look over the medical findings now. So you will be assisting the lawyers and you will be get paid
सो
for that.
बेसिकली गवर्नमेंट के बाद आप एक सेकंड ओपिनियन हो गए.
हाँ, मतलब lawyers आपसे opinion लेंगे
हाँ.
and आप lawyers को assist कर रहे हो and in turn you will get the monetary benefits.
अच्छा एक बात बताओ, बिटवीन अ गवर्नमेंट अपॉइंटेड डॉक्टर जिसने ऑलरेडी एक फाइंडिंग दे दी है, अ पर्सन कम्स टू यू गेट्स योर फाइंडिंग आल्सो. नाउ इज योर फाइंडिंग चैलेंजेबल इन द कोर्ट? कैन यू चैलेंज दैट डॉक्टर कि आपकी फाइंडिंग गलत थी और मेरी फाइंडिंग ठीक है?
No, we cannot challenge. Only the security people, like the police, they can challenge based on the lawyer's opinion, based on the findings. Like I will give an example. Like suppose that is why our National Medical Commission, it is focused. It is doing a very good job. They are asking more and more questions from injuries topic. Why? Because their role is to make every medico very skilled in identifying the injuries present over the body of a person coming to casualty. Because suppose there is an abrasion present over the body and the doctor has written it is a lacerated wound. I will be shown the image of that victim. I will, in the image also, I will find out that this is an abrasion. This is not a lacerated wound. So obviously, the medico who has written that injury as an abrasion is at fault. Is at fault. So our role should be to make every medico so much skilled that they are able to identify the injuries very nicely and they are able to report the injuries nicely. That is why I focus lots of my energy in that chapter during my teaching.
बस आई थिंक यू आर वन ऑफ द राइट पीपल टू आस्क, क्योंकि आपने लीगल सिस्टम को भी देखा है, एक मेडिकल साइड से भी, एक लीगल साइड से भी. व्हाट डू यू थिंक आर द लूप होल्स इन इंडियाज मेडिको लीगल सिस्टम?
Loopholes तो बहुत सारे हैं. I will enumerate few.
प्लीज.
Like we are following the laws which were made in 18th century. Now our government, they have changed the laws. They have implemented few laws. They have eradicated few laws. Okay, they have inculcated few more sections. They have removed multiple sections. That is a good thing which has been done. They have not focused towards changing the inquest system which was made by Britishers in 18th century. What they made was India will have police inquest and magisterial inquest. Very good, there is no harm in that, but you should also devise timelines for people to act. Like I have preserved a sample, I have got a timeline of 24 hours to submit my autopsy report. The police should also get a timeline to submit the same to the FSL, Forensic Science Lab. FSL chemical examiner should also have a timeline that you have to do the analysis in this much time and submit the report to the court. If everything is streamlined, justice will be served quicker. It won't be delayed to the victims. Because actual scenario is, I have done autopsy in 2014. The viscera analysis report comes in 2015. Why 1 year? Why not 1 week? It should be streamlined. This is one of the biggest loopholes. There should be defined timeline for every person to act. And then things will get sortified in due course of time. It will take time, but it will get sortified. But if you are not doing it, then it cannot be like sorted out. This is one of the loopholes. Plus, we can go towards one scenario like, why not look after other countries? They are having a robust system of investigation. Their crime scene investigation is done by forensic pathologists, and that is a very good thing. And they are paying the doctors very handsome salary so that there are no chances of corruption to be done by at any level. So the same things can be adopted in our country also. Good things of other countries can be adopted to make India a better place to live in. And with that, the crime tracking, crime solving will be better. It will be quicker. Justice will be served in a quicker and better way. And that is what every Indian citizen wants.
आप एक इन्वेस्टिगेशन का पार्ट होते हो. Does the government provide you with enough authority, or do you face a lot of obstacles while doing the investigation?
Like this is one of the loopholes actually, I will tell. Like we are trained to look after dead bodies. We are trained to look after the findings associated with a dead body. If a forensic medicine doctor visits the crime scene, this will be the best thing. With our experience, if a dead body we are seeing at the crime scene, we'll be the best person to tell the findings, that whether it is rigor mortis, cadaveric spasm, whatsoever, the medical findings. Now what happens in India is, police goes to the crime scene, they take the photograph, they call the forensic science people, they take the photograph. So multiple people are involved. and that actually creates a sort of confusion. So that is why the countries who are using forensic pathologists, they are doing better in crime tracking and crime solving as compared to India. It will be a better place to live in if we adopt the good things of other countries. Again, I will say.
I mean, do you feel stressful when you are handling so many autopsies and you see so many violent deaths? आपका स्ट्रेस लेवल, आपका इमोशन लेवल, क्या वो हिल जाता है बिल्कुल?
Hilta to hai. Very frankly, I will say you. Even I am a strong-hearted person, but if you are continuously watching violent deaths, the suffering of the victims, that the relatives crying in front of the mortuary, it creates a sort of anxiety, depression for a short time. It's like very minimal time. But after doing if you take it as a case, like I take all the dead bodies as my case, and I have to be sincere with my case, and I have to give justice to this case. That is my thought process. If you are in this thought process now, you won't have that suffering lingering on. You will forget it. Okay, I have solved the case and the work is done. It creates momentarily, you are into that suffering for a little bit, but not it's not going to impact your day to day activities. If you are into that, never pick this branch. If you are so much weak
तो मतलब
hearted,
कोई वीक हार्टेड लोग
हाँ,
बंदे के लिए ये ब्रांच नहीं
ये
है.
branch नहीं है, because you are going to see sufferings of people. You should be like, I am going to heal their sufferings. Then you will be a better person to join this branch.
And how do you handle the mental pressure when there's a high profile case where media is on you, the police is after you, and you are getting calls from big people?
I have also faced similar situations while I was doing my PG training in UCMS. So, if you are, this is one thing which I have learned throughout my career. If you are sincere and honest with your work, no one can pressurize you. If your face is like known to police, known to magistrate, that sir is very accurate in his findings and you cannot play with sir. So, no one will approach you with that intention. So, they will itself be gone.
तो कभी आपको ऐसा लगा है कि because of all this pressure the finding could have gone wrong or the investigation went into the wrong direction, और क्योंकि इतना प्रेशर था तो मुझे फंसाया जा रहा है, कभी ऐसी फीलिंग आई है आपको?
नहीं, कभी नहीं, क्योंकि फंसना ही नहीं है ना, हमें तो फंसाना है ना, उसको फंसाना है जिसने क्राइम करा है. अगर हम ही ट्रैप हो गए तो फिर तो क्रिमिनल छूट जाएगा. क्रिमिनल को छोड़ना नहीं. हमारा काम क्या है कि द पर्सन हु हैज डन अ क्राइम शुड बी बिहाइंड बार्स, शुड बी इनसाइड प्रिजन. तो हमारा काम वो है कि सो दैट जो विक्टिम है हु हैज गॉन टू हेवन, उसको जस्टिस मिले. अगर आप वही काम अच्छे से नहीं कर रहे हो तो फिर आपका पर्पस नहीं है ना इस ब्रांच में रहने का.
अब आपने एक मर्डर केस तो में अच्छा बताया है, कोई ऐसा टॉक्सिकोलॉजी का इंटरेस्टिंग केस आपके पास आया हो कभी?
एक बहुत अच्छा केस आया था और उसी साल मेरी शादी भी हुई थी, तो मैं थोड़ा हिल भी गया था उस केस के बाद. आई विल टेल यू. इट वाज अ केस ऑफ अ मेल एंड अ फीमेल हु गॉट मैरिड एंड द हस्बैंड डाइज आफ्टर 6 months अंडर मिस्टीरियस सर्कमस्टेंसेस. ही इज डेड. तो अब स्टोरी जो, जैसे मेरे पास तो ऑटोप्सी केसेस आते हैं, मुझे तो हिस्ट्री ज्योग्राफी से उतना मतलब नहीं होता, मुझे बाद में पता चला. तो आई विल टेल यू द अपफ्रंट थिंग. द केस विच आई रिसीव्ड वाज अ डेड बॉडी जिसके बॉडी पे कोई इंजरीज नहीं है. ही वाज ब्रॉट डेड इन हॉस्पिटल, मतलब कि मेडिकल फाइंडिंग्स भी नहीं है, अब सब कुछ ऑटोप्सी में ही पता करना है. तो अब ऐसे केसेस में वी डू अ मेटिकुलस ऑटोप्सी, वी डिवोट लॉट्स ऑफ टाइम बिकॉज इट्स लाइक अ अननोन डेथ केस. वी डोंट नो द कॉज ऑफ डेथ एंड वी हैव टू डिराइव इट. सो मैंने ऑटोप्सी करी अच्छे से, फिर स्टमक एग्जामिनेशन किया. आई सॉ द स्टमक म्यूकोसा टू बी हाईली कंजेस्टेड. इट वाज लाइक रेडिश एंड इट वाज गिविंग अ स्मूथ फील लाइक वेलवेट. सो मुझे याद आया रेड वेलवेटी स्टमक म्यूकोसा, आर्सेनिक पॉइजनिंग. मैंने बोला अच्छा कुछ ऐसा मिलता जुलता लग रहा है. So the moment you see stomach mucosa to be red and congested, we have to preserve the visceral organs for chemical analysis to detect the poisons, common available poisons in the market. So मैंने वो visceral organs को preserve किया. Dead body was resutured, handed over to the relatives. 2 महीने के बाद जब उसका chemical analysis report पुलिस लेकर आई मेरे पास, तो हम लोग final cause of death देते. तो मैंने देखा arsenic poisoning. मैंने बोला अच्छा, सही सोचा था मैंने. So arsenic is one poison which is colorless, tasteless, odorless. तो पुलिस ने बताया कि sir, when we investigated, we came to a very interesting fact that this fellow was being poisoned by the alleged wife for last 6 months. She was giving him low doses of arsenic regular basis in his food and drinks, and finally he died. In that year itself I got married. Just imagine the mental trauma which I was going through. So I shared this with my wife Amrita, and she was also laughing, and we laughed it and we sorted it.
कहानी कि ठीक रहो मुझे सारे तरीके पता है
सारे तरीके.
चलो बॉस, last question for the podcast before we move on to the rapid fire. This is again a futuristic question. Can you give us 5 branches that you feel will have the best potential in the upcoming 10 years? And it can be any branch, any field.
Derma, cosmetology. People are running after their facial integrity, Botox injections and all. So derma, pedia, radio always. Then medicine.
मेडिसिन में भी क्या?
Medicine में भी क्या? I will say gastro. DM in gastro. They are doing wonders. Because gastro related diseases are rising and rising. Oncology.
The way cancer cases are rising, oncology is going to be one of the branches with the best potentials in the next 10 years. चलो बॉस, move on to the rapid fire round now. बहुत सिंपल है, सिर्फ 2 रूल्स हैं, सुपर ट्रूथफुल और सुपर स्पॉन्टेनियस. आपने तो पहले भी खेल रखी है ये तो आपसे मैं दोबारा पूछूंगा ये. फेवरेट वेकेशन स्पॉट?
गोवा.
CID जो सीरियल आता था उस पर एक डॉक्टर साहब थे, तो असली फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन और उन डॉक्टर साहब में कितना अंतर है?
मज़ा बहुत है. सच्चाई में थोड़ी बहुत मिलावट हो सकती है, मज़ा पूरा है.
दया दरवाज़ा तोड़ो और वो कहते हैं ना, बताओ डॉक्टर साहब इसे देख के इसमें क्या है, अरे ये तो सुसाइड का केस है. तो वो जो चीज़ें करते हैं फॉरेंसिक मेडिसिन में वैसा कुछ भी होता है?
अभी तो आपको केस होता है एवरी डे, इन एवरी केस. स्ट्रैंगुलेशन का केस है, पुलिस लेके आती है सर हैंगिंग का केस है, तो अपने को निकालना होता है कि नहीं स्ट्रैंगुलेशन का केस है, लाइगेचर स्ट्रैंगुलेशन का केस.
व्हाट इंस्टेंटली लिफ्ट्स योर मूड?
इंस्टेंटली म्यूजिक.
कौन सा फेवरेट सिंगर आपका?
फेवरेट सिंगर वैसे बोलोगे तो सारे ही फेवरेट है, मुझे जो गाना अच्छा लगता है मैं सुन लेता हूँ.
करियर रिस्क यू आर प्राउड ऑफ?
Leaving a government job and becoming an educator.
That was a great move. Your definition of success?
सक्सेस में 3-4 चीज़ें होनी चाहिए. फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी, हेल्दी एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग रिलेशनशिप, पर्सनल एज वेल एज प्रोफेशनल, एंड अचीविंग स्पेसिफिक माइलस्टोन्स at particular ages. That is very much important. And with this holistic approach, if you have achieved the milestones, then you are the successful person, I think.
The most expensive thing that you ever bought?
Expensive? My house. Own house.
अगर आपको आज रिटायर होके देश में जाके रहना हो तो कौन सा देश होगा?
Goa.
गोवा में.
I love Goa like anything.
चलो, thank you so much, boss. You have given us everything we needed to know about forensic medicine. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Privileged to be a part of this podcast.
And thank you so much, guys. Forensic medicine, which, everybody knew information nahi thi YouTube pe. But today you have got everything you need to know about forensic medicine. The pros, the cons, क्या कर सकते हो, कितना potential है, कितना कमा सकते हो, क्या interesting cases आते हैं, और how strong you have to be a part of this field. It's a very interesting field. You will be living like a CID officer every day. You are living the dream. So go ahead, choose forensic medicine and share with people who are thinking about choosing forensic medicine but they don't have the right information. और आप किसे चाहते हैं, कौन आए हमारे पॉडकास्ट में नया, प्लीज राइट इट इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. और जाने से पहले एज यूजुअल, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much and God bless you.